Welcome, calzones and strombolis. Back to more Catan universe, and the game has blessed us with a crazy amount of luck. So in this challenge, we will be playing on the Greater Catan scenario with cities and knights. And Greater Catan always includes seafarers because of the surrounding islands that you build to. And the reason this is such a crazy challenge, in my opinion, is because these new hexes that have on the surrounding islands that don't have numbers on them at first, you discover those, and there's a separate pile of 4 or 5 numbers that get put on these hexes that you discover, but after that, numbers from the main island start getting transferred over to these new hexes that don't have numbers on them initially. And the crazy part is, my first 2 starting settlements, my settlement in city, my city with the 8 sheep, 4 stone, 4 wheat, those 3 numbers, they never get taken. And then my starting settlement with the 6 wood and the 3 sheep, those 2 numbers also never get taken. Which is just mind-blowing to me because my luck in this game is usually very on the low end. But this game, it came through finally. And I was able to do this in 1 try. And I was playing on my phone as well, which is great because I can pause it, and if I have to go to work or do whatever, try to speedrun in Pokemon, practice that a little bit, I can do that. Or watch some My Hero Academia, a very great anime. It's all good. Because I'm of course playing against computers, because I could not find anybody in a short amount of time to play with me to 24 victory points, which is what I max this game out to. Because why not? Why not make it even more unorthodox? And this was such a fun challenge because I didn't even come up with it. That's the thing. A person on the Catan Universe forum kindly replied to me when I put it out there on the forum. I said, hey guys, I'm kind of running low on challenge ideas. Can someone throw me a bone? And they did. Now, another good thing that helped me along through this game is that you'll see I have another settlement that I built on the sheep port where the 6 wood is. So I have that port. And then I'm also, if you look on the other side where my city is, I'm building towards that 3-for-1 port. And those ports, along with the other ports I get later in the game, are just really going to rocket me forward at one point. Well, right now they're going to keep me in the game because, as you can see, Candemir, he's at 7 already. I'm only at 4. And Lynn is at 6. William's only at 4, but you see him in gray down in the bottom left of your screen, kind of. He's trying to build on that 5 brick, 10 wood. And my strategy here was to put the pirate ship around his ships to keep him from building on a new island for as long as possible, because I was afraid my numbers were going to get taken early on, meaning like 12 or so victory points, which in other games is not early on at all, or maybe like 8 or 10. But even so, if I get even one of my hexes numbers stolen, it's going to be a long game for sure, and I'm probably not going to be able to win. But thankfully, I do. And so, if you'll notice, the metropolises in this game, it's really funny because when we get halfway through this game, each metropolis is going to be owned by a different player, and they're all going to be maxed out at level 5 city improvements, which is crazy to me. And then right here, you just saw William, he got the politics bonus, and then Candemir is going to steal a coin from me, and then he's going to get the politics bonus. And now it's Lynn's turn. Can you figure out what she's going to do? Roll a hot 5, get herself a stone and a coin, and then she gets the politics bonus. And then I got it earlier, but I'm not going to be able to get that metropolis because I won't be able to ring in 4 coin that quickly. But thankfully, I keep getting road building progress cards. I got it maybe 3 or 4 of those this whole game, which is very, very juicy for me. And then I was like, you know what, let me upgrade that science city improvement so I can get the science bonus. where if one of my numbers doesn't, if any of my numbers don't get rolled on a certain turn, I get a free card of my choice, which is probably the hottest Metropolis bonus you can get in the game, in my opinion, you know. So now we're just gonna keep going. I'm building my knights, I'm upgrading them, and because I'm still kind of in the running for either tying people when the barbarians come so I can get a free progress card, or I can possibly even get Defender of Catan, because that actually becomes pretty important when you're playing at 24 victory points. You gotta just, there's so many ways to get points in Cities and Knights, but you gotta be exploiting all of those ways pretty much. And there we go, I get myself a Defender of Catan victory point, and I think that's the last one, because a progress card that everybody all likes to use is the blue one from the politics section, and it's Deserter. And every single time they would play Deserter in this match, they would steal one of my knights. It didn't matter what level it was. If it was a mighty knight, a level 3, or if it was just like a wimpy level 1 knight, they would always take mine first. And eventually, I just say, screw it, I'm just gonna build all the cities I want, because you guys just have so many knights that we keep beating the barbarians, so I don't really gotta worry about it. And at this point, look, I have 11 victory points. All 3 metropolises are on the board. Like, how crazy is that? That in other Cities and Knights games, you work so hard for them, it's like late game you get them, but we already have them. Like, they're maxed out. There's, like, now it's just build cities, build settlements, and just keep doing that. Take longest road. There's no largest army in here, because that's only in basic Catan. I mean, you can hope to try to draw the victory point cards from the progress card piles, but those are rare and hard to come by, and those are just at random chance anyways. So yeah, you just saw Williams is maxed out at level 5 on the politics metropolis, and Candamir's is maxed out on the trade metropolis, but I'm still at 4, so I have 1 more to go. So I did jump the gun here in the commentary a bit, but I will be getting 5 papers shortly. I believe on this turn. Yeah, I grabbed some wood from people with that resource monopoly, and that wood port, which I now have. So I now have the wood port, the sheep port, the stone port, and a 3-for-1 port, and a wheat port, if you look in the top right corner of your screen. And I'm a diplomat his ship, because I don't want him building on another island. I mean, he already discovered the 10. It's pretty much, they can build on the islands, but even that too, I don't want them to do, because once they can get off the main island and start sustaining themselves from these new islands, from the resources they get from that, then they're really gonna, pick it up and start putting down more victory points, and that's gonna be scary for me, because there's only a limited amount of space. Like, the main island, yes, it's big, but there's only so many places I can build on. And you see I build a settlement on that 4 wheat, but on the wood hex below it, which is nothing. And it's a 3-for-1 port, but I already have that, but I just kind of need somewhere to build, and I could use some extra wheat, so it's all good. And then Lynn, if you look in the bottom right of your screen after I'm done trading up for a nice city here, which I believe I'll put it down on the 11, which I was still afraid that my numbers were going to get taken, so I wanted to spread my cities out, not just build them all around, 1 or 2 hexes. So that's why I put my city up there in the top right corner on the 11 sheep, just in case, for whatever reason, they took my 8, even though I'm pretty sure 6s and 8s get taken last. Like, you can't choose them early on when stealing numbers from the main island. And this was just a great game. I actually built on my starting placements really well. I have the 8 sheep, I have a 3 sheep, and then I have the 11 sheep, of course, and I have a sheep port, and that was really helping. And then the 6 wood, I got 2 cities on that, and a settlement, and I got a wood port. Like, we're just cruising. And then triple build on a 4 wheat, like, why not? And I'd go down and check it, see what I have left, because I'm like, man, I'm kind of starting to run a little low on cities, settlements, and roads. And then Lynn in the bottom right, she's managed to build all the way out to that new island down there with the 510 brick. So what I figured is, I was like, you know what? I don't want her to have the longest shipping route. Even though William has it right now, I don't want her to have a chance to get it. So I'm just going to plop a settlement right there in the middle of her ships. And she just let me do it. There was like a turn that I built the 2 roads, and then another turn where I built the second road and the settlement. And I guess she was not too worried about it. But I mean, I'm always worried about that. People cutting off my longest road and my longest shipping route, especially in cities and knights. And then if you look, now we're at 22. It's end game now. Aqueducts, thank you science bonus. And you'll see on the more to the middle left of your screen, I put a ship and a knight to cut off William's longest shipping route. But come to find out, he has it going all the way down the left side of the screen, and it's so long that when I tried to cut it off up there, it was still long enough to beat my longest shipping route. So what I tried to do is I tried to build a settlement with where that other ship was coming off the sheep port on the 6 wood, and to build a settlement on his 10 wood. But come to find out, I overlooked the city that was hiding in between the 2 ships on the 10 wood and the 3 brick down there on that island off of the main island. So that was a critical error, but it's not too bad because I'm only 2 points away from winning, and William's only at 17. He needs a large 7 victory points to win, which I don't think he's going to get, even though this man was getting Defender Catan victory points left and right this whole game. So, Smith, I'm not too worried about it. People have been stealing my knights. I managed to have, 2 knights on the board. The robber's coming in, but Alchemist will win me this game. Alchemist is probably my favorite progress card of all of them. I can roll whatever I want, so I'm just going to roll a 4 because I got a lot going on over there. And then I had Merchant, but Merchant kept getting traded around and stolen away from everybody left and right. So now, and just for Max Schleier, who doesn't like it when I don't hurry up and win the game, I'm just going to kind of play around a little bit, look at what I got. 2 settlements, 2 roads, and a single ship left. And a knight. I have 1 more knight left, which will come in handy. And I'm going to place that knight on that 10 wood over on the left side of your screen. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to move the other one. That's right. I moved the level 2 knight over there. And then we're tied, William and I, for longest shipping route at 9. So all I have to do is build 1 ship. Just that. 1 ship. That's it. And how convenient. I have 1 ship left. Can you believe that? 14 ships went out on the board already. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you play to 24 victory points. And I'm just giving a little close-up of this soon-to-be 10-leg shipping route. And there we go. Simple trade. Wheat port. I could have used any port I wanted because I'd had almost all of them. Except for the brick port. But that's it. We've won the game in this unorthodox challenge. Thank you very much.